Hey guys, it's me, and today I'm going to show you how to make an app with two activities, or two things that you can switch between. So, first things first, we're going to launch Eclipse, or with the Android developer tools. Now, in my last tutorial I showed you how to set this up, so I'm not going to go through that again. So just click OK and wait for it to load. I'm going to pause it real quick. Alright, it's up. And here's the activity that we created in our last tutorial. It's rather interesting, especially with this really large number. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to modify this to have two screens instead of one. So, you can download the source file for this in the description down here, and I will post a link to my last to a video on how to import them into ADT if you do not already know. So this is what our activity first looks like. First. Wait for the load here. Alright. So now we're going to modify this a little bit. So what I want it to happen is when we click calculate, it will pop up the answer window, and then they can push the back button to go back to this calculation screen. So we will no longer need this, so let's just delete that, and that's all we need to do to change the activity XML. So let's save all here. Now you're going to get an error here, so because we just deleted this. So let's delete this, and now we need to make a new activity or screen that will start. So we need to right click on new and then go to other, open up Android here and click on Android activity. Now it's just going to be another blank activity, so let's click next. We need to rename this because we already have a main activity right here. This is going to be second activity. So it's going to automatically create a new layout for this and a new title. Now we do not want to check this, otherwise it will install two things when you install your app, and that is not what we want. So click next. And everything looks okay, so click finish. So now what we're going to do is make a little title thing here that will say, let's edit the text. Whoa, what just happened? Alright, let's try this again here. Okay, it'll be ants, because we already made this text here. Let's just set the height of the text size. Let's just make it 24 dp. Okay, 24 sp. Get those mixed up. Alright, let's just add another medium text view here. Should be right down the middle. Just drop it right under there. And let's change the text of this. And what we're going to do here is add a new string and make it a string of nothing. So we're going to just name it nothing. That way we can use it in future tutorials, or in future uses. So click OK, and it should have nothing. There we go. So now we're going to edit the ID here. We're going to call this ants.txt, and I'm just going to call this ants LBL. So the ants LBL is the label that we're putting the answer colon in that displays it, and ants text is where it will display the answer. So now that should be good. Now if we open up second activity.java, this is what it looks like. So first thing we need to do is get that text view. So text view ants txt equals text view find view by id r.id dot. Ooh, looks like we had to save it. So just click save all here. If you backspace that dot and redo it here, should give you ants txt right there. So now we have this text view, which you need to import text view, and we don't have a value to place in it. So we're going to get the value from this main activity. Before we do that though, we are going to need to rearrange this code. So let's just copy that, paste it into here, right above the override, type in static, and that will let you type in a semicolon, delete the integer right before the ants in the calculate. It will allow us to get the value from the second activity. So let's make our own variable, which is going to be an integer. It's called ants1 equals main activity dot ants colon, and you're good. Semicolon, and you're good. So now we need to set the text of the answer text view. So we're going to type in ants txt dot set text to ants1 semicolon after the parentheses there, and you're good. So when this shows, it's going to get the value of ants from main activity and set that value as the text of the answer right below where it says answer. Right here. Ooh, rearranged it. Look at that. Alright, so now let's just save all here. This should be good. Now all we need to do is to start this second activity from in here. Alright, so let's get started. It's going to call an intent I is going to equal a new intent with the class that you're in right now, which is main activity.java, main activity, and we're going to call the dot this parameter of this. Now, oops, I spelled that wrong. Main activity, no caps, there we go. And we're going to call second activity, which is the one that we want to start, dot class. There we go. There's our new intent. Now, last thing we're going to do is start the activity of I. Overview of this is that the intent that we called I is going to go from main activity to second activity, and then we're going to start second activity using this intent. Alright, let's see if it works. I'm going to pause the recording here. And it's up. So let's start this app. Ooh, it's taking a while. Alright, it's starting. Hooray! So let's type in a number here. We're gonna call it, we're gonna put in 5 and then 4. Ooh, too bad. Let's see where it went wrong. Let's expand this. So it turns out that what was causing the error in the first place was that it was setting the text to ID of answer 1, and that is not right. So you just add this little bugger right here, and it works fine. So let's test it out here. Uh-oh. Oh, that was the old version. Alright, launching first app. Okay. Put in 5 and put in 4, and it should give you an answer of 9. Hooray! 9! Now you can get back to the last activity by clicking this back button. And this goes, and it fills it in for you. Alright, so that is this tutorial. And you can download the project files in the description. There's a link to download the project files in the description. And subscribe to my channel. Check out my blog. There's a link on the side here. And good day.